don't use the copper for this one. Just pop these down. And finally, a manual generator just there. Don't use copper for that either. I need to keep the copper for now. I would rather use copper for anything that I don't strictly need to use the other metals for. Especially for big projects like steam turbines. Where I can, anyway. 44 seconds, 42 seconds. Okay, let's see how this one does. We've got 227 kilos of steam in here now. Rather large amounts. Are you... Oh no. Ah. What's the maximum weight of steam that's allowed? Does anyone happen to know what the maximum gas pressure in an area is allowed to be? If I recall correctly, no, it couldn't be 50 kilos because it's been well more than that plenty of times. It might be 150 kilos of gas pressure. That's vexing. It's intensely vexing. Well, at 200 kilos, it's not. It's overpressurized. Our machines have a limit on output. Well, I mean, the volcano literally just said it couldn't erupt because it was overpressurized, so I'm not sure what to say about that one. But this literally just prevented it. Right, okay, 150. Damn it all. Drat down and blast. Okay, I'm going to put this back on Steam. I'm going to deconstruct and dig our way down, as I have done previously. And this time I'm going to try and build an automated atmosensor. Right about here. We might be able to reach it from there. I'll make it out of copper just because. No, cancel that. We'll make it out of iron. Like that. And this will activate if the atmospheric pressure is above... Well, actually, no, I can't. No, damn it, I can't do that. I can't. The problem there is that, unfortunately, this will not allow... Like, I can't set an atmo sensor to higher. Let me find one. Then 20 kilos. So I can't set it to 150. Okay, well that was a problem that I wasn't expecting. Gonna be honest with you. So I'm just gonna have to let this empty out a bit. Ah, damn it. Well, that is quite quite saddening. Because it's going to take a while for that to empty. So an awful lot of steam to be dumping out. I mean, granted, it's turning into liquid straight away, but this is going to damage this area quite a lot, actually. That is very unfortunate. On the plus side, it's going to melt it rather than mine it, which is much better, in my opinion. Get rid of these. I'll actually cancel that one. We don't want that there anymore. It's not serving a purpose, nor is this one. That one still is because it's connected, but as you can see, the temperature down here is actually starting to get a little bit warmer. Dangerously warm, actually. And there's getting enough gas now that it's actually transferring the temperature. A lot better than it used to. But that is quite the shame. I didn't realize, because I didn't catch it erupting last time. I didn't see the overpressurize issue. We're going to have to let that run for a while. You don't understand how pressure can be measured in kilograms. The game does a lot of things to try and unify stuff in order to make it easier. In some ways it doesn't. Some ways it makes it... Oh, really? Another volcano. So 2... volcanoes. 1 minor volcano. Because this is just a minor one, by the way. Again, to give you a comparison, this one produces 122 kilograms per second for 77 seconds of magma at 1,700 degrees. This one produces 234 kilos for 71 seconds. And this one produces 259 for 74 seconds. Yeah. Got quite a lot of heat potential there. Now what we want to know is what this is. A geyser, a volcano. If it's an iron volcano, all is forgiven, game. Every single little bit of everything is forgiven. These are now sharing temperature a lot better. 10.9, 10.2. And if I pop... Well, actually, these are copper right now, and I don't want to use copper. But still. We're not going to be able to use the passive temperature of the core for super long. I do need to get power under control, which means I want to properly harness these volcanoes. You are kidding me. There's another one down there. Was not expecting. Not even a little bit. How are we going to get to that one, though? I guess I could just head on through. It's a bit wasteful of the material, but... to be honest, I kind of really want to see what that is. Let's get all the way through. How's this going? Natural gas. Is there any other material in here? No. Okay, good. Let's set this up then to only activate if there's 2,000, or rather 2 kilos of gas pressure in there. Again, I know how weird it is to say kilos of gas pressure, but it's the language of the game. New principles? Copper? No, rust. Damn it. It was almost streamer luck once again, but I'll accept what we got there. That's fine. Groomed, very happy, nice. Got 6 of 6 critters. Now, are people certain that it's 6 for slicksters in a max size stable? Oh, we got 2 down here. Marvellous. Starting to spread them out. Actually getting warm in here. Well, no, it's not really not getting warm. It's actually fairly... pretty normal temperature in there, actually. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to delete this, and that way we shouldn't head in there when there's a poke shell. And that, sorry, when there's any pinch row in there. And that poke shell can just be left alone for the time being. How's this place doing? These must have been running recently. 'Cause it seems like the temperatures have equalized. We'll have to head out in a little bit to gather more stuff. I would like this to be done as a reasonably high priority. Would very much like to see what we've got there. This is a cool steam vent. We've still got an actual steam vent up top that we can use at some point. Coal being loaded in there, but I don't really want it there. I want it elsewhere. So I think maybe time for me to tragically disable this completely. And these two can be deconstructed. As can this. There's so many hatches up here. Because this is where the eggs get dumped from the hatches. They just get left out here. Now the problem with dumping hatch eggs is hatches will cannibalize the carcasses of their own. So unlike with the slicksters, when a slickster gets put up there because there's no room for any more slicksters down here, when it dies, the meat will just stay on the floor. But with a hatch, it'll eat the meat. Which is a problem, as you can imagine. Hold on a second. Why am I not making use of all of this beautiful, beautiful heat down there? My goodness. I'm going to do the reverse of what we were doing at the beginning. I'm going to grab the heat from down here and move it up. Now we're going to cancel all these pipes as well. And we're going to make these radiant pipes. Yes, it's going to use steel. But this is CO2. It is not very heat efficient. So I do need to move that heat out quickly. Let's get that. Oh, really? Am I building on priority 9 again? No, damn. This is why I don't like having priority 9 on anything. You can put hatch eggs in water, and then you will have meat and eggshell. Yeah, it's a drowning chamber, yeah. I've mentioned a few times how I don't really want to resort to that, but it is absolutely viable. In fact, it's probably the main way of dealing with hatches an overflow of hatches. It's just a bit callous, but when it comes to any critters that can float, for example, slicksters, unless the room is completely watertight and full of water, they'll float to the surface. If there's any kind of... If they can crawl on walls like Dracos, if there's any air pockets, they'll just go and they'll stand in the air pocket. Because they can walk up walls. Pips, much the same thing. There you go. Can hopefully get all of this hooked up, then we'll start to send in much warmer CO2. And that can only be a good thing for our molten slicksters. In fact, I'm kind of tempted at this point. When are you going to next? Reproduction 38. You're almost finished. I'm going to switch this one over to only working with molten slicksters soon. Right, okay, so the CO2 comes in at 67 degrees, and it leaves... not leaving yet. But it is getting warm. Polluted water is a lot... colder, but it leaves, hopefully, at 80 odd degrees. Nice, so it's gained a solid 15 degrees by moving through the water. Perfect. Oh, take care, Marrow, and thank you very much for the Prime sub, Cat. That was really kind of you. Diolch yn fawr. There we go. That should improve the time of our slicksters there. There we go. Temperature's starting to rise. That will leak out as well, unfortunately. There's no way around that. It's going to bleed out through these doors. But... you know, overall, should be okay. At this point, I kind of feel that I need this here. Because if I have it on the bottom, there is a chance that it won't understand that, because of the weird way that water physics, or rather liquid physics I should say, work in Oni. It may not understand that it's like, oh well, there's only a tiny amount of crude oil down here, but it'll never be more than that because the crude oil can't get through a layer of petroleum, which is above it. It's above... I want to see if it's above... 0 kilos. So if it reaches that second level, then it starts to pump out. Seems the best way to do it. This one, it can be fine. Same there. Right, let's have a look down here. Things are coming along. It's only down to 200 kilos. Damn. Okay. Solid carbon dioxide. Snow. We're going to be pumping this out for a while. Quite a while. I hadn't realized how this system would work. I'll be honest. Didn't even think that the gas pressure in the volcano would be an issue for it. Right, we don't yet know what this is, though. Let's dig out another bit. I think, though, that by the looks of it, it's some sort of geyser. I think it's a geyser. Wonder what kind of geyser we're going to have. Is it going to be a liquid or a gas geyser? I think... Looking at this one, it's going to be a vent. So it's going to be a gas of some sort. Looking at the shapes. So temperature in here, 130. That's nothing too great, but it'll get there. We are not producing nearly enough hydrogen to bother energy tuning up all of these, but oh well. It's not too terrible, I suppose. Now the issue here is I really need to sort out the coolant. We have not. I've hugely put that off, and that is a big issue. There's a temp going through here. It's only 79 now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's this massive body of polluted water. It's just not this, as hot as the stuff over here, but we'll see what we can do with that. Oh, wait. Is there ever letting it out? No. Okay, that's not too bad then. Alright, well, we're getting there, chat. We are very slowly reaching a point where we're going to have another steam setup over here. And hopefully we're going to be pumping out about 150 degree CO2, which we can then feed to our slicksters and have a little ranch of molten slicksters around the place. I think we are ever so slightly, ever so slowly getting there now. Shouldn't be too bad. But I'm afraid, well, that's going to be it for Oni for tonight. Now, there is still one more Stream Raiders battle to play through, so if you're hanging around for that, then do hold on, and we will check that out in a moment. But as for the Oni content, we're going to be wrapping things up there. It is 9:15 in the morning for me. Been streaming now for just coming up to 11 hours, and I think that's probably a good wrapping up place for us. We're stockpiling natural gas. All of our steam areas, various levels of success. I am quite disappointed that the volcano down there can't vent right now because it's overpressure. That was a surprise, and I'm a bit saddened by it. Now I'm going to rely on chat specifically to let me know that is currently venting the steam, because I can easily forget that, and if I do, that is going to be a nasty surprise at some later stage. It's currently down to 200 kilos. I need to shift another 50 odd kilos of gas. What we've got over here, chlorine gas vent. I mean, not useful. Useful in some very, very ultra specific ways. We've got one more vent that might be something amazing. We will have to see in the next stream, but I hope you have enjoyed this one. I have enjoyed it a lot. We've actually got a lot more done than I was expecting to. We've actually seen the minor volcano in action. You know, there's still some tweaks that we need to do there to try and tame it properly. We've got a hot CO2 vent set up over there. We have even got a new slickster ranch. And the very first thing that we did in this episode was we massively improved the efficiency of the copper volcano. Honestly, copper volcano's doing great. It's still massively over-engineered, but it's doing great despite it, in my opinion. But that's going to be it from me. So with that, I really do hope you enjoyed. And if you are catching this after the fact over on YouTube, I hope to see your feedback in the comments down below. But until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.